Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Daredevil Born Again, Season 1, Episode 7, titled Art for Art's Sake. Daredevil is back and races Fisk to stop Muse from killing again. Now, I am a little confused over something that happened in the last episode, because, I saw multiple people saying that Fisk in the jail cell was looking over Daniel's, not Daniel, what's his name's, dead body. I swear you could see him still, like, move after the beating and everything. I didn't go back and check, but I swear that, so I'm not actually sure if Thingo's alive or not. I mean, he did promise, Vanessa that he wouldn't kill him. So, I don't think Fisk, even when reverting back to his Kingpin role, would go back on a promise he made to Vanessa. So, I think something's gonna happen where she comes down, because we know she does go down into that bunker at some point, where she comes down and sees Thingo down there, and either she kills him herself or gives Wilson permission. Like, she sees Wilson is now who he used to be, the man she fell in love with, and it's like, yes, now you have permission to kill him. I could see something like that happening. But I don't know. Also, this is episode 7 out of 9. And we've only just now encountered Muse and the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. 3 episodes left to wrap up both of those. At least I assume the task force could pass over into the next season. Don't know. But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Oh yeah. I will also announce that there is more content coming to my channel once I'm on injury leave, because I'll have more time in my day and more days of the week to record. We also have to wrap up that story, probably. Hmm. Possibly the worst person to have been reported to Fisk. What, is he just gonna call up Matt? How funny would it be if he did have Matt's phone number? Hmm. She could have just said, I don't know, I was delirious from the blood loss. Matt could have like instructed her to not give away the fact that he was back, because he only came back to protect her, and now he's in a lot of shit. But also, how do you explain that to a kid who wants to see someone actually out there doing something, who just saved her life, and also is also delirious from blood loss? Oh yeah, apparently, the one who plays Foggy, he's got a much bigger billing in season 2. Like, so far, it's only been 2 episodes that he's been credited in. I don't know if the, using his image on that, card counts as, well, it did with the, recording of, um, I'm blanking on her name, her death in Secret Invasion, so possibly. But yeah, there's apparently a run that Marvel has called out recently where Foggy faked his own death, and Matt didn't even know about it. So there's talk that maybe that's what happened. Is she gonna put the voices together? Well, it's a good thing she came in after he'd washed the blood off. Yes, that's healthy. Just distract her from her concerns by making out with her. Or more than making out with her. Well, that went on for longer than I was expecting it to. That's not something you want to hear from your partner. You're just sort of proving her point by saying you're trying to fight it. Is he going to tell her? I mean, if he gets back to into it full time, he was saying in his retirement that vigilantes were the next step of New York protection. So things have changed. Is it because he knows Matt, or and seen how he's doing in life, or hmm, it was not a just arrest. What are you playing at, Buck? You had you had those last time. I mean, including yourself. No, no, he doesn't. I thought that was Cherry and her, and I was like, what? How is she out already? No, that was his old partner, wasn't it? Yes. The bit that he cut off with the grapple hook. I'm still putting my money on it being Hunter. Or Bastion, as he was credited. Hmm. Buck did say he wasn't working for the mayor in that. I thought he was going to challenge the rule. Does I think that's pretty much confirmation, and the fact that they had Bastion Cooper being said over Hunter. Here's the question though: does he know? How could he know Matt's Daredevil? And is he targeting Hunter? Is he targeting Heather because of it? I did, but I never had the motivation to practice at home. had this sequence to move up a belt level. Did not like it when my parents were like, hey, you should do this while you're at home so you can actually progress. Sounds like they were paid off. I mean, having a live in coach for fighting styles and that would explain how he was able to hold his own against Matt. Really? I haven't heard anything about being displayed. Um, what happened? What caused his nose to start bleeding? Is he intentionally targeting Heather? Or is it, like she's gonna be his next victim and it's just coincidentally that she's Matt's girlfriend? It's my true self. That was never gonna be a yes. And that's the problem with patient-client confidential, patient-client, doctor-patient confidentiality. There's no cameras in that room to monitor what just happened. I don't even know if there'd be cameras monitoring people coming in because no, they'd have to because like the client list is still known, but the contents of the meeting isn't. Great job, guys. That got a genuine laugh out of me. I can't remember the last time I've actually had a laugh that loud come out. Here's the thing. I feel like Fisk might feel he owes Heather for like helping him and Vanessa reconnect. Well, you had the costume on you the whole time? Oh, cutting long ways, that's. At least it wasn't right down. Like this was closer to the elbow, but no. It's the final painting. Well, not final, but next. Weird to see Matt in costume during the day. She's gonna get caught in all the stray bullets, isn't she? At least he got the gun out of hand. Haven't. Oh, I was about to say, haven't seen or heard of from Heather. Oh! Did he just get through Matt's suit? He managed to stabilize her. Oh, that's good. I was sort of expecting her to go the route of her comic counterpart, in that she gets killed, but saying that Matt was able to stabilize her. Did you see him? Did any of you see him? How? How are you positive? I wasn't expecting news to be taken out this early, by the way. Because you can't exactly give credit to the vigilante when you're meant to be the anti-vigilante task force. Hmm. I have learned involuntarily some stuff about Cole North. I think it's Cole. Um, Recently, specifically about his time after the anti-vigilante. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work for you. Is she gonna put two and two together? I mean, she's like witness to say that this is bullshit. Like she's the one who killed Muse. She can just come out and say that and instantly disprove the task force having done jack shit. She's not actually sending Fisk him after Fisk. She's sending him to his death. You really can't see a sting when you. Like, you weren't even suspicious that he wasn't facing the right direction. There was no point where it was ever going to be believable that she would send someone against Wilson. There we go. I wasn't expecting Muse to be taken out this early. Like, we saw Hunter for 2 episodes. Was it him in the suit? I don't know. He did get, like, additional credits in the past episodes, so it's possible, but that's still 3 episodes. Um, so, like I said, Heather dies in the comics. She's one of Matt's long line of girlfriends who die. Um, Heather Glenn. I don't actually remember how she dies. Um, Death. Heather embarked on a series of dates and embraced regular drinking as coping mechanism, inebriated as coping mechanisms from something. I don't know what caused that. Inebriated in an apartment, Heather calls Matt, urging him to come over in his Daredevil persona under the pretense of an emergency. Matt arrived to find her asleep, and upon waking up, she confessed to loneliness and seeing other men. Angered and repulsed, Daredevil left her alone. Despite Heather's repeated calls to Matt, warning of her impending demise, he only answered once and hung up. Left messages with Beckley Blake, she sent a suicide note to Foggy's old address before hanging herself. Silvio Giulio seized this opportunity to steal patents from his safe. Hmm. So she killed herself. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know what led to them. Um. Something. Something happened. Um. Between her and Matt, they split up. Something about Matt manipulating her, which she sought solace in alcohol. Um. Inebriated, Heather stumbled upon Matt's apartment after a fight, discovering him with Black Widow. Following Matt's orders, she professed her love when he asserted control. Later, finding a note supposedly from Matt expressing his rejection, she collapsed in tears, unaware that it was a ruse orchestrated by Black Widow and Foggy. Okay, 6 weeks later, Heather, now with black hair and well drunk, confided in Tony Stark after meeting him. The date was marred by Tony's intoxication, leading to an awkward breakfast. Subsequently, at Nada's party, Heather was enticed by Tarkington Brown, with their interaction revealing Matt's secret identity as Daredevil. In drunken confession to Matt, she inadvertently put his life in danger, ultimately escaping in an assassination attempt orchestrated by Brown. Yeah, I really don't know what her story is. Um, Let me just. Is it Heather? Um, no, that's Kirsten, eh? Okay, that isn't Heather. I was wrong about that. I think I said that in the last episode, or maybe it was this one. Um, I don't know if I see Matt and Heather's relationship surviving this season. Her state where Matt was calling her name as Daredevil is sort of what I believed Angela's state would have been when they found when she was dropped off at the church. So it could have been played off as her not knowing things because of the state she was in. I said this, and we see that with Heather. Now, it still probably would have gotten out, like people having seen him drop her off, having seen him traveling through the city to get to Muse's lair and that, seeing Daredevil break into Heather's practice and that, so still would have come out, but don't know. I don't think BB's gonna cave to what's his face's um threat, but she might. I don't see her going the route of her uncle, so maybe she will play along in order to survive. But we have Heather who can disprove the story that the task force did anything because she's the one who shot Muse, which then throws into question if they're lying about that, what else about the incident are they lying about? Like the fact that people saw Daredevil going into that um through that window. They'll be like, "Hey, the task force didn't actually do anything. It was probably Daredevil." But don't know. Like I said, there's 2 episodes left, and I don't know what's gonna get wrapped up in this. Cause it just seems like there's too much left to do for just 2 episodes, so I don't know how much is going to carry on into the next season. But I guess we'll have to find out as the episodes come out. And until then, I guess I'll catch you in the next one.